Hello everyone and welcome to another Walls Legends replay. Today I would like to show you guys the Neptune both damage and the XP record. This is the commander that we are using. We are using Bruce Fraser with Andrew the Lip as an inspiration together with Francesco Membelli. So if you don't have Andrew the Lip, you could probably use Gunichi Mikawa instead. So this would boost your cruiser detectability by 6% at the max, or simply use an inspiration of your choice. So as you can see here, we are moving to the A cap. We spawn on A with a friendly battleship, and we are trying to kind of make use of this island in front of me. So here, as you can see, I am trying to get some pot shots into the ships on the middle, without really taking any damage in return, just kind of squeezing in some volleys in between, since we cannot really engage anything on the alpha cap just yet. So we are kind of trying to farm anything that we really can, in this case the Dyson that is pushing B cap and the Conqueror behind him. A lot of people ask me if I am using radar on the British cruiser or smoke. And as an answer to that, basically on the majority of these cruisers, depending on how destroyer heavy the matchmaking is, I am running radar. With exceptions obviously being, for example, when there's a campaign at legendary tier, for example, Preußen, that a lot of people are playing a certain class that the radar minotaur, for example, is not really that useful against. I am going to pick the smokescreen, since obviously it's probably better in the current meta. But on the Neptune, I am using smokescreen regardless of what the current matchmaking is giving us, simply because Neptune has very atrocious gun angles, and even if you would pick a radar in this thing, you would not be able to use most of your guns while engaging the destroyer. Or at least do that without taking a massive damage in return. Now, as you can see here in the background, the Schlieffen decided that it's a good idea to push us on A cap. And thankfully, I did not fire those torpedoes earlier, and we managed to get 7 torpedo hits and get rid of the Schlieffen with while taking a minimal damage in return. So as you can see now, we have a smoke screen here, and I'm going to try and spot the ship that is currently sitting in it. So we are kind of trying to spot him with sonar. As we can see here, we managed to achieve just that. This Neptune has a 4.7 kilometer sonar. The Hector being relatively broadside does not really stand a chance. We get our second death strike of the battle, and 4 minutes into the game, we are already sitting at 154,000 damage, basically an entire flank secured, and still relatively healthy on our HP. We only used a sonar and one of our heals, so that is still relatively good. Now here, as you can see, the enemy Conqueror is reversing, and I decide to pop a smoke. So this smoke is just so I can get the capture point without being reset and return. Since as we can see here, now I am very out of the battle, and once this Conqueror dies, it's going to take me quite some time to go into the battle, so I do not want to lose any more time um, in case this Conqueror manages to reset us. So without taking that risk, I simply kill the Conqueror here. Here we get the solo cap. And now I am trying to basically get closer to the battle. I will speed up this part a little bit here, so it is not as stale. As we can see here, we already reached the other flank. There is the Dyson that we met earlier, and we can get some free shots into him basically, since he is not looking at us. So I am still trying to get closer to the seaside, since I am still relatively far away. And the only thing that we can shoot at currently is the Dyson. That is at least until we spot the enemy Hakurio. So I see the Hakuri. I thought he was going to be a little bit further back, so that would not be worth it for me to go after. But in this situation, we just try to move towards the broadside of the Hakuri just in case he reverses, so we still maintain the angle, so we can still keep penetrating the side of the carrier basically, since it has an armored deck and we would not really be able to do anything from the front. So as you can see here, we are effectively farming down very, very quickly. I'm trying to kind of watch out for incoming shells coming from the sea cap. I think this is just the Kronstadt that has taken the shot at us, but missed. So here we are going to finish off the enemy Hakurio, giving us the fourth kill of the battle so far. But as you can see, we are still relatively far out of the battle. I will once again speed this part up for you guys, so the replay does not get boring. As you can see here, we have the Kleber that I have honestly no idea what he was trying to do by pushing the B cap like that. He does not really end up YOLOing the battleship. He is just kind of going to be sitting there. We are not really going to be able to do much damage to this guy, since he is currently bow in, and yeah, the AP is going to ricochet off of a bow and destroyer. Here he opens up the angle, but I do kind of have some aiming issues. I do not really end up hitting this Kleber. Here he goes forward. I try to aim accordingly, but that I don't think is going to be just enough to hit him. We get maybe a few more hits, I'm not sure. Nope, we did not hit him again. That's because of my bad aim. I try to get another shot in, but here the battleship just fires the whole salvo and manages to kill him. And we are basically fighting a Kronstadt here. Now Kronstadt is overmatching us, though he can overmatch us. So I was a little bit worried here, but the Kronstadt didn't do any significant damage to us. As you can see, we are using our last super heal here. Since I got a little bit scared, like I said, the Kronstadt can overmatch us. He could even technically death strike us straight through the bow. So as a safety precaution, I just popped the heal there. Now we are trying to get closer to the Conqueror. And since he is still relatively healthy, there is a lot of damage to still be farmable on that guy. Now, as you can see, I'm kind of looking here at the Kronstadt since, like I said, I am quite worried about that guy overmatching me, but he manages to cut in and just basically go broadside and feed us his HP pool. Here we turn in, manage to get the Confederate and the Kraken here while juking his entire volley. He fortunately gets just one overpan on our bow somehow, so we do not take any critical damage. We unfortunately drive into the GK here, and I pop a smoke here. And this is kind of, I still have mixed feelings about this moment right here, because I did end up saving the GK, but that turns out to be harming our end result, because that guy surviving takes more damage off of the Conqueror here. So while we did a good thing, this did more harm to our game than good. But these games cannot be perfect. There's always something that could have went better, and that is not really a good way to kind of go on with these games. So here, Conqueror gets spotted again. I was kind of scared that he would blind fire me, so I pulled a little bit forward. And the Conqueror does somehow not kill the GK. I am still wondering how you can mess up this badly, since this guy is literally at like 50 HP. So yeah, Conqueror goes dark here. We are trying to get some blind fires in, farm as much damage off of this guy as possible, but as you can see here, the GK shot, the friendly battleship to the left shot, and then the Yamato shot. And from 40k that this Conqueror had, we basically got only like maybe 10 to 15,000 damage. So yeah, there could have been a lot more to be farmed in that specific moment, but it is what it is. None of these games are perfect. I've yet to have a completely perfect game where everything went just perfectly as planned and then there would be no extra damage to squeeze out from. Now this is basically our end result. The only thing that is really going to change from here on now is this cap that I'm trying to get. Now as you can see here, the enemy buffalo pops up. I had very high hopes that this guy will pop up right here where I was looking, but unfortunately he kept on sailing forward and basically feeding our teammate. And we managed to get the assist cap, boosting our XP by just a tiny bit more at the end of the battle, where there's nothing else that we could do. Team manages to kill the buffalo here. I'm already celebrating because this game is very strong. And yeah, this is the end result. As you can see here, we managed to get 5,734 base XP, which is the current Neptune world record, together with 5 kills, a Kraken, a high caliber Confederate, and 2 devastating strikes. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. This is all that I wanted to show you. Thank you a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.